Do you know what I don't like about celebrities these days? Instead of selling you the film or movie, they just want to use their platform for their own needs, especially for political needs or for identitarian reasons, like Mason Alexandra Park did. Now, Mason Alexandra Park, who identifies herself as they them for the purposes of this video, I will call them by their name Mason. Mason is currently cast as Gren for the Netflix adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, which is currently in production. Mason on November 19th sent out a tweet that follows. And this was response in Entertainment Weekly's article about Netflix Cowboy Bebop officially making Gren non-binary. Because now, quote, the vocabulary didn't quite exist. Mason said, Gren's line for the anime, I am both at once, and neither one is possibly one of the most prominent non-binary quotes in television history. I'm so pleased with Bebop's decision to continue to hold space for that story to be told with care and intense thoughtfulness. Now the problem is that Gren, or Grensia Mars Elijah Go Ekene, in the anime, said that line in reference to the fact that he suffered from anxiety and depression in his time in prison for 3 years after being convicted as a spy during the Titan War. Even the biography page in the Cowboy Bebop Wikia mentioned this. After the war, Gren was tried as a spy by a military court and sent to prison. During that time, he heard a rumor that Fishers was the one who testified against him. Gren had a lot of trouble with this, so much that he was given an experimental drug to calm him down. Unfortunately, the drug had side effects. It increased his estrogen levels, causing him to grow breasts. In 2068, he escaped from prison. Now the problem is that Gren said that line in reference to the fact that he suffered from anxiety and depression in his time in prison for 3 years. And the reason why is that Vicious betrayed him. He testified against Gren in the court trial. And for those who don't know, that event was mentioned in the episode Jupiter Jazz Part 1 in the original anime series, which I really need to rewatch Cowboy Bebop. Really need to watch it. Later on, when people were correcting Mason on the actual characterization and background of Gren, Mason replied, nothing can prepare you for how butthurt cis white hetero fans get when they realize that queer people have existed in their favorite media all along. Boo! That's what Mason actually said. Well, the thing is that they don't notice it because it's not the artist's focus on the anime, and if he was queer, it wouldn't be the main focus of the anime story. Mason then later responded with more tweets, saying, hey Cowboy Bebop fans, just a reminder that your ist-info reaction tweet about Gren saying we are changing the character for some woke culture isn't in line with the original. Gren self-described as both at once and neither one in the anime, so sorry about it. I'm so thrilled to see all the positive reactions on Twitter today. It makes me very happy to get to inhabit a complicated character that pushed boundaries in the 90s and giving us more faithfulness for the modern audiences. Remember, it's an adaptation, so you can always watch the original series. Sending love to everyone who does the anime as much as I, but I will not tolerate any of this cis white male attitude that thinks the world revolves around them and their comfort. Once upon the Watanabe create a diverse world, and we are just building onto it. So sorry, but Gren is trans. Bye! Seriously, insulting your fan base and any potential viewers who are merely correcting you on the original background on Gren isn't funny, isn't professional, and is going to basically push your potential audience away. Here's more tweets from Mason Alexandra Park. The other tweet says, it is wild to watch most sides of the fandom clash over Gren, such a mega of a character but indisputably queer. I'm really thrilled that Bebop fans who feel this speaks to their understanding of the character. I hope everyone else comes along for a ride if they want. This response to Cosmic D saying, actually he kinda was. Just back then there wasn't a term for what the character actually was. Even though if you actually pay attention to the story, it was in response to medication used to treat his anxiety and depression. Another tweet from Mason said, Gren saying women aren't my style and I'm both at once in neither one within their first episode is what makes the character queer. The character can still be a victim of circumstance and self-identify as such. The two can coexist. Now, Gren saying women aren't my style basically refers to the fact that he wanted to live in a town for men with no women. And Gren is only really important due to his connection to Fishes, who is the main antagonist of the anime. Actors should sell you the anime or part, not using their role as a platform for activism or for activism. Unprofessional conduct should not be accepted, and if a normal person performs unprofessional conduct, the guy will be fired. The person will be fired immediately. But since Mason is working with Hollywood on Netflix, they are basically exempt from any consequences for unprofessional conduct. I mean, this has been a problem with Twitter and for all sorts of Hollywood parts. That's it. That's what I was going to report on today. See you.